Okay guys, welcome to our WrestleSlam special in association with Sports Matters TV, and we are live at the Cork City, Cork City, and we are with the main man himself, Billy Bedlam. And yet again, we're coming off an incredible night here in Cork a few weeks back at the PAV. It was probably the most iconic night in wrestling history when it comes to, I suppose, the Cork scene, and the Cork scene has been, I suppose, booming for many years, but RCW changed the game completely on that night, and we are here to talk about the next show. This March will be incredible, and it's always a pleasure to catch up with Billy.
Cheers, pal. Good to see you again.
Always a pleasure. No,
Phil.
Phil's on camera duties. So yet again, look, we'll have to obviously talk about the last show, Billy. It was incredible, and there was nothing that was... If people talk about shows, first of all, they always look to criticise something. Sometimes, you know, fans look to pick up moments. Everything was right. Everything was perfect. All the matches were perfect. You know what I mean? It was 80% of people from Cork. There was 20% people from all over there in Dublin. You know, there was people there from Belfast, all over the country. It was a game. It was a game changer, Billy. The crowd was incredible. The matches were incredible. But let's talk about that night. How did you reflect afterwards? We had a quick voice note, which I always love. Well, listen,
I send Jerry a voice note normally when I'm the day after. I'm usually still on duty and I'm driving the van back up to Dublin. I'm following up my correspondence and I'm still buzzing from the show. So I always send them a couple of. They end up being little mini podcasts.
Mini podcasts.
But it was an incredible night. And I know we say every show, like, fuck, how are we going to top that? But I really don't know how we're going to top that. I just think that we're at a level now. We're consistently at a higher level than when we were. Partly because of the PAV being a fantastic venue. Partly because I think as a promoter, I think I have a lot more experience than I did 4 or 5 years ago, and I kind of getting the right formula for the show. That we'd 6 matches as opposed to 7. It was the first time I ever did that. And normally speaking, I could have had 8 matches on a show. Everyone's cramming in and we're rushing and rushing entrances. But this time it was like, everyone had a chance to breathe. Every match had a chance to fucking settle. The wrestlers had a chance to tell a story, and it really worked. I think originally we had Moose in the main event versus Owen Richards, but then we changed that, and Haskins was already on the show anyway. He would have been in the Rebel X division match as a 4-way, but what a match both of those turned out to be. We opened the show with Danny Cross and Robbie X and Fabio, and Robbie X is the new Rebel X champion. But you will agree with me when I say it was the most involved a crowd was ever at an RCW show or a Phoenix show. The way it's layered, you've got the ring, you've got a layer down here, you've got a layer over here, you've got a layer up top, and there was more people in the place. It was the biggest draw we've ever done as a promotion. Even we outdrew anything we did with Phoenix. And I would probably, because I was around for all of them shows, anything CCW ever did too. Outside of OTT and some of the stuff that was done in Neptune, it was the biggest draw that was ever done in Cork.
Definitely.
I think. But it was also the most involved. The fans loved it, and everyone got involved. How many we got 2 or 3 just as awesome chants in the first match.
That was.
The whole crowd was split down the middle between Katie Harvey and Rio, which was a fucking belter. Now this show is obviously going out on next Tuesday. And our show has just been put on YouTube last Friday. So if you're watching this, I'm hopefully that you're already watching the show, so you know what we're talking about. But the opening match was incredible. But the whole night flew, and it flowed so well. But it was a part of it is down to the crowd. The people are coming back now, and they know who we are, and they know they're like, oh, fucking Robbie X and fucking Katie Harry, and they Rio, and they know that Haskins is a big deal. It was lovely to see some new fans down. Lovely to see some fans down from Dublin that we've seen before. I'd love to come down consistently now. I think they're going to come down. They're saying it we're building something really cool.
These guys wouldn't normally come down just on your average weekend. They knew RCW were in Cork. Obviously booked their tickets early, and they said no, they're hooked, and that's it. That's the game changer for them. It's down south from now on, you know.
Well, I mean, we're Good Friday is always our big draw, right? So we'll see now. Can we repeat the last one? But it's always a big show. Good Friday in Cork has traditionally been a good show, show, big draw, and we have some good stories going on from the last show into the next show. But I still have to talk about the last show for a minute. I'm very proud of being associated with Katie Harvey and seeing her return from injury. Proper return from injury. I mean, she returned from injury from OTT. And won the belt. Then she then became a mother.
Yeah.
Took another bit of time off, obviously. You can see her coming back to form there now in the last couple of months, like.
Yeah.
And has had a couple of belters, and that was old school, vintage Katie Harvey versus Rio, and I can't speak highly enough of Rio. Not only is she an unbelievable worker, but she's after fitting into the locker room like she was there all the time.
Yeah.
Like just not a bother putting up the fucking ring, going up and down the stairs. She normally flies in early, so she's there hanging around. Like,
she loves it.
She goes for lunch.
She loves it, like.
But the room was split.
Yeah.
It was in the middle of that match. You were there. It was like, let's go, Katie. Let's go, Rio. And that went on for ages. That was the first time we've ever had that in Cork. Yeah. Like you've seen that in other shows. Like the crowd really were engaged from for every single fucking match.
Yeah.
And it was unreal. I mean, and like. It was just a pleasure to be there at ringside. Fucking Reardon O'Connor had a belter with Matt Schuyler, like I knew they would.
Great match. Great match.
And it was Matt Schuyler getting one over on Reardon O'Connor. I mean, Matt Schuyler's been around a while. Like it's about time he took the next step and started to really get himself on the stage. Like
he's one of the OGs, really. Like when it comes to Cork wrestling.
He's not. I do remember we were. He wouldn't be 10 years.
He's been involved maybe, doing the rings and stuff and helping out.
I wouldn't be 10 years yet myself, but nearly. Yeah. I'm 10 years this year back in Cork from Dublin. I think I'm 9 years involved in wrestling.
Yeah.
I'd say he's about 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels longer though, as you say. Like that's the beautiful thing about Cork wrestling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then we finally had Raven Creed and Session Mod in the ring. That was class.
But even the entrance. Like when Seshmok came out, hostile crowd. Obviously, look, we were all dancing. Seshmok gets the crowd going, but I think when Raven Creed came out, then it was like, this is our girl. You know what I mean? She's a Corkonian, and it was mad. Out. All due respect to Seshmok, look, the fans love her, and she got the chair. But like Raven and Seshmok, like it's crazy how long it took to make that match. It was made probably a few times, as you know, but
it was made in Phoenix.
Such,
it was made in Phoenix twice, and it was made in RCW once.
Yeah,
and just injuries, and then I think Karen got an AEW booking or something. But like you couldn't send, like obviously, fucking Jesus Christ, we'd love to see that. Like schedules didn't line up, but they did know. Yeah. I'd say we haven't seen the last of them either. I mean, they're bound to intertwine again at some point, So and that's another one. That's another sin ticked off the list for Raven Creed. Like, do you know what I mean? Who's next?
Well, the card came out. We spoke to her afterwards. And Debbie, yet again, look, Debbie's one of the best in Europe as well. Like just like Seshma and just like Raven. So it's at a level where it's always going to be a good match, no matter who Raven faces. You know what I mean?
I think we're seeing a bit of a renaissance as well for Debbie Keitel, where we see her we're seeing more of her. Around Europe as well now than we probably have seen the last 2 years, so that's great to see. She's in progress in another couple of weeks as well. Great talent, great person to have around. That was her RCW debut, in-ring debut.
Yeah, which is you know what I mean. It's mad because she's been obviously I remember in the keynote for Phoenix, and she's been around the block a long time, and she knows how to bang and wrestle and fucking she
wrestled against her in therapy a couple of times, myself and Emma back in the day, and I just kind of felt that we just needed to take we need to take a little break from each other when we launched RCW. So because she was Phoenix champ for so long, you know what I mean. So I just think we just took a little break from each other. And I think now we're
everything's groovy.
It's great, absolutely. No, it's just because you don't want to be like same with Justy, like the same. I mean, I know Justy's been, but it's a different Justy as well now. Like, So I wanted to be a different Debbie. There's no point bringing down Debbie Keitel, who was the Emperor's champ. There's no point having Justy, who was Justy for Phoenix, because I wanted RCW to be different. I know fundamentally it's the same. It's the same booker, same setup, but it is different. It is very different. And you notice that it's even. Right, the first RCW show or two might have been very Phoenixy, but now it's completely fucking different. So now Debbie Keitel and More Money is a different Debbie Keitel, and I had that planned for More Money, fucking yonks. I just needed it all to align before we actually launched it. You know what I mean? So
and there's no regrets there with that. Look, we've seen the reaction when they come out, and Jay Money's pumping money in the air, and Debbie's doing her dancing, and it's
you need to align unique. When you have 3 people, that you need to align everything. The timing has to be right. Everyone they have to because I pitched that idea to them to form a group, because I kind of had this fucking idea of having a trios, and you're the perfect three, like, you know what I mean? So it was, and between this time last year, I was fucking in hospital. Yeah. So it takes a while for everything to kind of play out. Then,
and it is.
But we're here now, and their entrance alone is fucking is money, you know, as they say. And that brings us into the tag match then, which was it was probably the most enjoyable tag match I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah.
Obviously Butch and Butch and fucking JDP then doing the bollocks at the end, which was unforeseen, but
yes,
they have a hell of a match coming up. I'm not saying it because it hasn't been announced yet, because we've just done some promos for it, but let's just say I'll be booking the flights for their opponents today. I'll leave you with that little cliffhanger there now. Yeah.
I have an idea, but I won't say.
You can say it to me off camera. I don't mind telling you, but
I won't say. It's Are you still pinching yourself? Because look, I first of all, I know
we talk about Haskins in a minute, then and Richie.
Yeah, definitely. Are you pinching yourself? Because look, you've worked hard for many years on the scene with Cork, right? And it's just not just with, like, obviously RCW. Look, obviously Phoenix, CCW. You've been there, and you've been one of the stars of it all, right? And like, I think the beautiful thing about the Cork scene is it's not an old scene. It's as you said, it's been a couple of years. It feels like it's been longer, right? But for the fans today, they've obviously missed a small bit, if you get me. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's here now, and we have something that's there. And like, my vision is that, like, I always think of ECW and that clique where every week they had a show or whatever, and it was packed, and it was legendary. I genuinely believe that RCW could be legendary. I think that people will say, lads, look, RCW is on there next week. That's our fucking night out. That's where we're going to go. And you're going to have your entertainment. You know, you have your bar. You're going to see some fucking high flyers. You're gonna mingle. It's a great night out. But are you pinching yourself? Because the last show, first of all, yet again, I can't say it won't be top, because I think you're going to top every show. But it was so good that, like, you know what I mean? Finally, we really have something that's it's perfect. It really is.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be a hard one to top.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not trying to top anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just be at that level of consistency.
Yeah.
So like, if you're up and down, you're up and down with anything on any aspect of the show. You're going to be I don't know. Yeah. Like the Eric Young show was really the first show on the PAV. I was really happy with it as a show.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with the production at all, because the cameras, we didn't have any Roman cams. It looked shite.
Yeah.
But it felt brilliant.
Yeah.
So, but coming out of that show, before I ever even saw it, I knew what we were going to. I knew it was primarily a live show.
Yeah.
That night, especially because it was the testing show for the PAV. The Eric Young show, I was delighted with, because we had the production stepped up that bit more.
Yeah.
And the last show, the production and the wrestling was even further. So I think now we're at a level, we just need to stay at that level, and we'll have little peaks and little troughs, but as long as it doesn't go behind a certain or underneath a certain standard, I'm pretty happy, you know.
Yeah.
But like, just talking about Haskins and Mrs. Haskins making their RCW debut. By the way, they'll be they're not on the next show, because we already had it booked. But I tell you an exclusive now. Mark Haskins will be on every RCW show going forward for the rest of this year.
That's huge.
And Mrs. Haskins is over.
That is huge.
Yeah, so for June, September, November, December, and if we do another one during the summer, Mark Haskins is all RCW.
Yeah, and he's high in demand, but obviously he loved that. You see the way after the match.
Yeah.
The way he spoke, it was so genuine. He was like,
"Cork." Start thinking about that.
Yeah.
I was actually on camera because our Tom Philpott, big shout out. I know you're a fan of the show, Tom.
What a legend.
You got a kick in the face from Haskins.
What a legend.
No, I did tell Tom a couple of times, don't go so close to the action, or at least be looking like that.
Yeah.
Because he nearly got kicked. There's a few times now we've nearly seen him get kicked.
Yeah.
But obviously it was only a stray boot. But I actually took the camera off him while he was getting fixed up by the medic.
He didn't even flinch though.
Not at all. It's I went over. I was like, "Go it's down there." I grabbed the medic, and I was on camera. But when Haskins was doing the promo at the end, he was just kneeling down in front of the RCW ring or logo, and it was a new logo, new canvas and everything. And I was just, that's when I was like, pinch me, because that was a great moment.
He's a big deal as well. Like,
he is a fucking fantastic wrestler. I was a huge Progress fan back in the day before NXT UK came along.
Yeah.
When Progress was banging.
Huge.
I was a big Progress fan. Him and Mark Andrews, Chris Brooks, all the boys.
Yeah.
So
he's wrestling, like people are aware who he is, but like he's wrestled in Madison Square Garden for Ring of Honor. WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah,
He's
a big deal.
He's the fucking.
He's a big deal. And he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman to deal with. So is Vicky. So
Vicky's mad. Herself and Anita had a bit of a.
I mean, but it adds an extra layer to the big. It was a really big fight feeling, like, you know.
Yeah, she's saucy, but Anita can give it back.
Yeah, and Owen Richards didn't fucking flinch. But that was a great match.
Yeah,
it was a great match.
Yeah,
that was long too. Like, and you need to be conditioned. You need your cardio. You need to be a fucking stud. Owen Richards is the best wrestler in the country. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Yeah,
he's
LJ Clary,
he's up there.
Eric Young, Mark Haskins, like they're. Yeah. Let's be honest. As RCW champion, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's the real deal. And look, Moose was obviously running. We had a chat about that. Like, Moose, obviously, look, he's a bit hesitant to bring his TNA belt over to Cork. But listen, it's a match that might happen on the road. But
I'm glad in the end it didn't happen. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I just think it did. I never actually thought it was going to happen, even though I had a confirmation by his agent.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him booked anywhere else.
Yeah.
And like I was even when I was chatting to Richie about that, we were both very unsure about it. And then it was great to have Haskins in the back pocket if anything happened. And look the way it worked out. It'll be better for everyone in the long run.
But let's be honest, there is a lot of wrestlers that pull from shows every fucking day.
Of course. There is.
People, like, obviously, look, I know it's a very common thing, but that's just something that happens by the hour. Like, wrestlers pull from this show, that show, that show. It's just the name of the game, really, isn't it, Billy? It's just one of them things that happens.
You got to go with the punches. We've often had to, and there's actually 2 changes already I have to make for the next card. I had an import book, but he's taken. I'm not going to name. There's no panic. Yeah. He has to get a slight operation, but he's booked for June.
Yeah.
So it's not as if he's not going to be here at some point.
Yeah.
You have to make changes. You have to be flexible.
Yeah.
But that show was an incredible night. And on to the next one, you know. On
to the next one, definitely. Yeah. Like, I have to mention as well, just in regards to that show, I think the timing for everything was perfect. The matches were nice and long. There was no rushing. The interval was perfect. There was a great atmosphere in the interval.
A nice longer interval
it was
as well.
Beautiful, yeah.
So
I enjoyed it.
Sell a bit of merch and
the crowd was rammed. So like you looked around, you could barely see any space because everyone. Like as you look up the back, it was rammed. The rings were rammed. What I loved the promo code. So like for the next show, you put up the QR code. Yeah, you could scan the code, buy the tickets for the next show. I said there was a lot of tickets actually bought there and then for the next show.
There was.
But what a show, first of all. And yet again, I know what Good Friday means to you. I know that whole weekend is huge. I remember the Circus Factory.
Yeah.
I remember that's one of the nights I'll never forget, to be honest.
Marion Armstrong's comeback was that 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
It was it 2 or 3, Phil?
No, it was 2.
Two, I'd say. Was it Marion Armstrong's comeback? Yeah, I remember.
We'll be 2. RCW will be 2 in November, and that was the second last Phoenix show.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 years ago, yeah.
That intro, the way he came out, the way you kept it a secret, because remember we spoke about this on the podcast. No one knew only you, I think.
No one in the backstage knew either. Up until I think 1 or 2 people figured it out right about 5 minutes before, because he was out in the car getting changed. I wouldn't even backstage. I went to the and he was like, you're working everyone. I was like, for this one,
you have to.
I gotta.
Yeah. But listen, even Luke, Marion Armstrong, he's buzzing ringside, and he loves the commentary. He's really fucking shining, and he's
very good.
His hunger's back. You could see, like, he's loving it so much. First of all, and he knows, like, RCW it's top notch.
Luke, I love you. You know I do. I have an awful lot of time for you. Me and him go back since the very early days of CCW. He's one of the first people I met. I never thought that it'd be me and him would be nearly the last 2 standing from that era. Or Raven Creed as well, but that's about it. Like Matt Schuyler came a bit later, Butch Armstrong came a small bit later as well.
Yeah,
Mr. Charlie came a little bit later. So there you go.
It's emotional, really, when you think about it. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's took a long time to get.
There's a lot of time, money, and effort invested into it. Between I think I made my commentary debut on CCW's first year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
So I think Lee was running for 5 years. I've been running for 6 years now.
Yeah.
If you take the 4 years of Phoenix, and then the 2 years of RCW, so I've been promoting 6 years. Like
sweat, hairs, stress, grey hairs, setbacks,
injuries. But met a fucking incredible group of people all over the country. Met yourselves from a media perspective. But met a lot of fans who've been following us for years.
Yeah.
But the friends I've made personally speaking, the friends I've made out of wrestling their bonds are unbreakable. Like
friends forever, and it's like I always say, look, wrestling is it's a unique thing. As you say, I was lucky enough. Billy to be there when you were setting up the ring. Just seeing Rio, just seeing Raven, just seeing like Reardon, people just fucking. It's mind blowing. You can't explain, like, you know what I mean. You could be a footballer and you could be an absolute prick, right? You're forgotten playing football. Wrestling, it's just a different gravy. It's a different environment. The fans are different. It's beautiful to see it, but I really mean that. Like, it's like a big family, like, and it's the nights you don't forget, like, the special nights. You don't walk away ever disappointed from a fucking.
No, fair.
Especially in Cork.
And like, we kind of nearly know. I won't say I know everybody in the crowd, their first names, but I know an awful lot of them, their first names. Like, I'd be walking around the crowd, right, Billy, because I'm at the moment anyway. I'm still front and centre of the house, like I'm not behind the curtain at the moment. But so I'm always kind of around doing something. Even fucking before the main, we had to. I saw the one of the ropes was going to go.
I seen you do that.
So you're doing everything. Like,
you're absorbent, though. It's brilliant.
You have to be. You have to have your eyes in the back of your head, because you at the end of the day, if anything goes wrong, I'll have to react.
Responsible, But it never does, thankfully, and that's down to.
It's a good
being a professional.
We have a good team, to be fair. No, I know I'm kind of the one who organises everything or whatever, but we've a great fucking team, and I couldn't do anything without everybody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have everyone that helps with the ring, everyone that helps with production, everyone that helps on the commentary, yourselves from a media perspective. It's a big team.
We love it, right? We love it.
Yeah.
We have to talk about the next show still. We have lots of coming up. Right? So look, we might get 1 or 2 hints off you, but listen.
Well, the first match, it's like. So this is
will
recording
go,
this in this will be coming out in 8 days' time. So there's one match announced already in Vaughn and Rio, right?
Yeah, which is 5-star already, like.
Absolutely. I mean, Rio, she had a banger with Emma or Raven Cree, sorry.
Yeah.
And she had like, it was hard for that, like, it was hard to top that, but Katie fucking stole the show, like.
I'm just thinking about Katie. She could fucking still go by.
Absolutely.
And I mean, like, better than maybe she did 10 years ago, like.
Listen, there's fucking a lot of fighting and so-called veterans, and I'm present company fucking included.
Well, I'm hoping I hear something out a bit, but anyway.
You fucking ain't seen nothing yet, boy. I'm training like a bastard at the moment, I'm telling you.
I'm hoping I hear something soon.
Yeah. We'll see now, There's a bit of work to do yet. But anyway, so Rio and Anita Vaughan, I'm hoping it'll be for the Progress title again, or else
is there potentially this might go out on the RCW Facebook page again, or is there any potential?
Yeah, we'll do something like that again. We'll stream that one live again, I'd say.
Yeah, because the feedback from the last stream was you know what I mean. Everyone got the opportunity that was across the waters to see something unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was good. In fairness, I'm a bit of a dodgy cameraman, though. I was doing it on my phone. I'll nominate someone else to do it the next time. Tommy Flynn, if you're listening, we've got a job for you. Because I think he streamed a match, the X Division match, the show before. He did a far better job than me. So Tommy, I take you up on your offer, pal. Thanks. So that's the first match being announced there. So again, it'll be a 6-match card.
Yeah.
There's definitely another match I can share with you, because it's already after being announced, but you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I'll show you the graphic first. You can see it before we.
Yeah, that's a great match, and I'm going to say that now because
it's a 6-man tag.
There's a curious man returning. And I was just going to say he's been very quiet at the moment, so I'm glad to see that a certain man on the right side first.
That's all right, we can talk about it. I mean, it's the team of the Rosebuds.
Yeah.
Phil hasn't seen this yet, but we're fast forwarding into the future.
Yeah.
The Rosebuds is Renzo Rose, the Sem, and Hayden Doyle.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Mr. Charlie.
Mr. Charlie.
Versus the Good, the Boyd, and the Ugly.
Ah, I like that.
The team of Phil Boyd, Justy, and making his RCW debut, Be Cool. So
that's pretty big.
Be Cool, and obviously Phil and Justy have a lot of history in Irish wrestling.
Yeah.
They have a lot of fucking water gone under the bridge. And I'm mad for getting teams together, as you can see at the moment. Like maybe we're building towards some sort of a team event further down there, who knows.
Oh.
But there seems to be a lot of trios jumping around, you know.
It's nice, and like I'd say originally, like when you approach the lads about that match, I'd say they're beaming, like, surely, because it's in the sense they get to help each other. They're working together.
Well, I mean, like PB and J have been on the show loads of times, right? They were on our debut show. Phil Boy is a pleasure to have on a fucking show, like. You know,
I love Phil.
he's an unbelievable wrestler as well. Like, he's a great guy to have around the place.
Yeah.
And
If Phil wanted to go on a run, he could. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if Phil just said, "Fuck, I want to go out there and see," fucking, you know,
he could wrestle anybody and wrestle them well. Like,
yeah.
I seen him, and I don't get enough opportunity to watch him wrestle, to be honest with you. But I saw him out wrestling in the IWA show recently when I was doing the announcing, and what a worker! Like, fairness.
Like, imagine Phil against Big Demo, or Phil against fucking, you know what I mean? It's a fucking cracker. Like.
A very creative guy as well. When we were doing stuff with Phoenix with the boxing, when we were doing the G train, that was Phil's idea, and it was really cool to be doing something like that. Like, I pity we didn't do it outside. The payoff didn't really work out, I thought, because we were still doing those in reduced atmospheres and reduced capacities, kind of coming out of COVID. But that deserved it. Imagine if we're doing that there now. Even if it was in Dolan's back in the day, like rather than St. John's, you know.
Yeah.
And be cool then, obviously, RCW debut, but not a stranger to Cork wrestling at all. Again, be cool is someone I wanted to bring down for a while, but schedules. I mean, we're doing some Fridays and like people are working, like. Yeah. So I don't want to do any Fridays if I can help it, except Good Friday. Yeah. So I'm delighted to get Be Cool back down, and the fact that he's doing something with the two boys. Their natural chemistry is going to be fucking amazing. Yeah. And then on the other side, you have kind of a bit of a conflict of interest there, because you have the Sem who took away Mr. Charlie's gimmick, and now he's Hayden. So I don't know what that's going to be. And then Renzo Rose, who is a bit of a prick, he doesn't really give a shit. You know what I mean? Let's call it.
He fucking hates Cork as well.
Hates Cork, hates Ireland. Hates everything, really. Do you know what I mean? I don't know where.
Big star, though.
Oh, he's a fucking
big star. Hates Cork.
There's no one doubting his credentials. He's a hell of a wrestler.
Yeah. But LJ used to dislike the Cork people for a while as well, though. But you know what? He talked to the Cork people in towards the end. You know what I mean? But Renzo's Renzo, though. People talk about him.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But he's that match that'll be a cracker. Yeah. That'll be a cracker. I like to do a bit of multi-man matches or a bit of six-man tag, and I think that'll be really good,
yeah. Great match.
Yeah.
So they're biggies.
I'll have probably another one announced. Let me have a quick look here now. I don't want to give everything away. I can announce J Money is the host as well, actually. J Money.
That's good.
Yeah, J Money's the host of the show.
That's good.
I know Justy did a great job the last day, but as the announcer, but now that he's back in the ring, you know, J Money wants to have more face time on the camera, quote unquote.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, you've seen him on the poster, so I might as well announce this one as well. Or it'll be announced on Friday, I would imagine. Terry Thatcher versus Leighton Buzzard versus Robbie X for the Rebel X Division belt.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's going to be
I want a match for Terry to be in as well, like, you know what I mean?
Another RCW debut. They were banging him out today, you know. But
we have to mention
no stranger to Cork.
Robbie X, first of all, he's going to be that guy you're going to say in a couple of years, Billy. I'm glad he was an RCW, you know, because he's he's fucking got it all. Like, he's just the way he bounces up and on them ropes, and he's just.
Like, you know what you're going to see to a certain extent when Robbie X is in the hub fight. But even he outdid himself at the last show. He was even more Robbie X than he normally is, if you know what I mean. It was a fucking banger match. Now, Styles make matches, and Danny Cross and fucking Brad or Fabio and fucking I almost dropped the name. and Robbie X, Martin Steers, the sneaky fecker that he is. He comes with the chair then, or the belt, and you know, destroys fucking
Fabio.
Destroyed Fabio, cost Fabio the belt. So look,
he was a bit upset afterwards, Fabio.
He's a young guy. He was pro champion, and
he'll be back.
I always knew, like, and I'm going to say it again, that their X Division belt is something. It's hard to hold on to because they're all multi-man matches. I'd be surprised if you're going to get a championship reign as long as maybe Richie or any kind of.
Completely understandable, like such a fast-paced match.
Another name drop. Having a mare tonight, but like, you know what I mean. They're not going to get a year as Rebel X Division belt because there's too many people after you. Now you've Terry Thatcher again, no stranger to Cork. He was on the Phoenix. Debut show. He wrestled Phoenix many times. Wrestling
He was injured for a while, was he, Terry? I said there was a few things.
He was injured and he had some stuff going on. He took a break for a little bit, and
rightly so. He's back though because look, he's so good. Like,
and again, I think the same thing. You don't want to saturate. Like when I was coming back at RCW, you don't want the exact same show again. Like, so it was only a matter of time before we got him down. And Leighton Buzzard just off a tour in Japan.
Some specimen.
Star.
Some specimen.
He is a star, like, yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? Some specimen. He even when he was in Cork before the Japan tour, like you know what I mean, he was fucking. Oh man, I remember him in the Kino.
Yeah.
Something about him, even the way he looks, the way he wrestles.
That was this time last year. I missed it. I was in hospital.
Yeah, I know. I remember. I think I sent you a picture.
I only fucking seen him. I've seen him wrestle. I've seen him wrestle in Fight Factory once or twice since. But
he's a real deal.
He's really good.
He's the real deal.
Yeah.
It's shaping up nicely.
It is.
It really is, and people need to be hesitant. They need to get their tickets because look, it's a busy night. I know. It's just like the WrestleMania few, I suppose, the Good Friday in a sense, because it is a good time of the year. Is it something similar to that? Like,
it's a big show. Like, I mean, we should nearly start booking it like that, maybe for next year. But it's just always been a big draw, and everyone. I think we were the first. We in Phoenix, it was the first Good Friday you could drink.
Yeah.
And we were in the Kino.
Yeah.
And we fucking had a great night. I think it was the first night, our first Good Friday that we done. Unbelievable night. And then last year as well was an unbelievable night. I have no doubt in my mind. It'll be an unbelievable night as well. Like so, I'm hoping some old friends like Rory from Red FM he hasn't been around in a while as well.
I'll give Rory a text. He'll be there. He likes his cans as well. He
promised me it'll be either Good Friday or the June 15th show, which I'm titling right now as Billy Bedlam's Big Birthday Bash 2. It's not going to be called that, but that's what I'm referring.
Should be called that.
No. I know. We call it something better, but we can allude to it as because it's actually on my birthday again this year.
Yeah. It's shaping up nicely yet again. Look, it's what a time to be alive. First of all, the Cork scene is absolutely booming.
Yeah.
Last show, yet again, I know you know what I mean. Your aim is at the top shows, but like it's the scene has just had a perfect place in Cork. It's people are coming from all over. I'd say it'll only be a matter of time before people will travel from the UK. Well, there is probably people traveling from the UK already, but I'm just saying it.
Well, I don't know about that now, but I'm definitely seeing wrestlers asking me from the UK.
Yeah.
Can they like, and not wrestlers that aren't established.
Yeah.
Whereas that you're doing something well when you have no established wrestlers who are asking for a booking or who have been referred.
Yeah.
The likes of Rio is an ambassador for us, I think.
Yeah.
Mark Haskins, you see him doing so well in the show, and like I'm not asking him to be putting us over anywhere. But,
they want to be here.
By treating people well, putting on good matches with them, having a bit of respect for their professionalism as well.
Yeah.
And just being professional back to them.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple of people. I'm not going to drop names, but there's a couple of people got to me, and they were like, I was talking to such and such, and they were saying they had a great time. I'd love to come over and blah blah. So I mean, then like, well, look, I'd try and fit you in at some point in the future. Then just a lot of people in Ireland I haven't worked with that I'd love to work with as well. So
it's a busy year ahead, and as you said,
you can't put everyone in. Like I mean, Steve Savage wasn't on the last show, won't be on the next show, probably be again during the summer and for the rest of the year. I'm doing I'm doing this on purpose where I'm rotating around people I can.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you don't want the crowd to see
the same person.
Then they're like, if they see fucking Steve on a poster, they're like, oh, fucking Steve's back in Cork.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I get it. Because like, he's well over as well. And a great guy. So
it's hard, like as you said, because you as you said, the last show, the whole fucking place had the Rio, Katie, and you know what I mean. Yeah. It's very hard. You know what I mean? Like Rio's back now for the next show, which is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Do you know then Katie Harvey will be back in the near future, and
of course she will. Yeah.
It's one of them things. Like it must be hard as a booker when every match is everyone's chanting for someone.
Well, the hard bit is everyone wants to be on the show, right? And you have to. Some people take it to heart if they're not on the show, and I'm like, look. So I kind of had an upfront contract this year with everyone. When I say contract, that's kind of how we do that with my day job. But like, it's like everyone knows at the start of the year, I'm cutting down to 6 matches.
Yeah.
Everyone knows at the start of the year we're going to give you more time in the ring than when you're and everyone knows that no one's going to get every single show.
Yeah.
Some people might because they might be like involved in a heavy storyline or holding a belt or something. But even then, if they drop the belt, they might be off the next show.
Yeah.
But like most people that I work with regularly will get the regular booking. We'll get the 4 out of the 6, we'll say.
Yeah.
And the people then have kind of on the fringes, we'll bringing them in for 2 or 3 bookings a year. Because I still like to, I'd like to bring the boys back in. BDE is a big dick energy. Josh, Nicky, and JV, like they did a great job for us, like
big boys.
Exactly, and obviously, if you look the trios I'm building, like so. So that's that, you know.
I know we spoke about this a couple of months back, but like you know what I mean. You're planning your year now, and you have an idea what you're going to do and stuff. Like yet again, it's as you said, there's so much talent now across Europe. It's incredible, especially in Ireland. But yet again, it's as you said, like, you know what I mean. We look at the shows like the start of the year, the end of the year. I always like the start and the end of the year. Have you got an idea of what's going to happen at the end of the year already, or is it just a case of you're going to?
No, I do.
So you know, so that's your vision is like your tunnel. It's you know exactly what's ahead for the next couple of months.
There's certain people I know there. I know what's happening for the next year and a half, if not 2 years. I know what's happening at the top of the card for nearly 2 years.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
No, I can be flexible. I can change it.
I
have a fair idea what's happening with. I have a fair idea what's happening with all the belts. Until Christmas 2025.
Yeah, which is good.
No, not every fucking show, but I have an idea of I have an idea who I want, who will be coming and going and all that kind of stuff. My next thing now, I have the next 2 shows fully booked. I haven't for the rest of the year then, but I was going to spend the summer and the lead up into the summer doing an awful lot of IWA shows around Cork, because I want to build Cork as a territory and the outskirts of Cork. Because if we ever wanted to do anything big, we're going to need, it's a family environment as well. So you're going to see Fermoy, you're going to see Middleton, you're going to see Charleville, you're going to see Mallow, you're going to see them at least twice a year. So we're going to see the north side, the south side, the bars, the Glen. We're talking maybe 10 shows. They're big shows that I want to do for all ages, right? And they have to be done repeatedly to try and build that audience, like. So, because people are asking me the whole time for kid shows as well. So there's
the demand is there as well, like, as you know, the demand is there. Like.
Oh, it is. Of course it is. I mean, there's no one doing it in Cork. So we're I bought a van the other day, and we have another ring. We bought the Irish Whip ring. So so that's another investment. So we're ready to go. The IWA team is ready to go. We're talking to Waterford. We're talking to a load of places, so we've all that as well, and then we're going to be. I'd love to do a big show in Cork during the summer as well in August, an RCW one. But we have to wait and see about that.
Well, we always mention. I know it's a cliche. We always mention.
Not talking about Neptune.
But we always do talk Neptune in the sense of like that's like, you know.
That's the Holy Grail.
But there is places like there's many hotels, and we won't go into depth because if we don't give away stuff. But like there is places. If you were to do a show like that, would that be a family show? Because you need to have the
You can't go
even
from
see the other organisations that are doing family shows now because they need to.
You couldn't go from 200 to 500 on an over 18 show within 6 months without. It'd be arrogant of you to just kind of go, okay, well, we're going to do it because I have a venue. Can't do that. I mean, you've got to slowly build it. We've gone from 100 in the Keno to 200 in the Pav over a period of a couple of years. And it's hard to keep that. Not everyone's going to go to every single show. You know what I mean? Not everyone's the wrestling fan. A lot of people go to all the shows, but not everybody. So there was a pile of people not at the last show that I know personally. But I know they're going to be the next show. So, you know, there's all that too. Like, so look, we're in a great place with it.
Very good place.
We're going to start dotting around. And I have an idea of what I want to do during the summer, and I have an idea who I want to bring over. It's just whether I can put it all together, and it's not a big lift. To be honest with you, it's fellas that have. There's a couple of international stars, a couple of people from over Japan's way, and we'll see if we can pull them all together and make it work. Fuck it, let's go for it.
You're trying, and it needs to be said that, look, I can only imagine what's ahead the next couple of months, but you're trying your very hardest to put on the best shows.
Yeah, but I think
in this country
you've got to be enjoying it too, like. And I have a good crew of people I work with. I have a good crew of people I bounce ideas off. The scene is ready. The scene is right here. The scene in Ireland is right here. There's we got great support. It's fun. There's no stress as such. There's no heavy lift like where at times in Phoenix I found it very heavy, but it's not like that anymore. It's not at the moment. I'm enjoying my wrestling. I'm training. I'm enjoying my time outside the ring, like booking stuff, and it's.
How's the training going, by the way?
It's going really well. Yeah,
enjoying it.
I'm loving it. But I've been trained there by one of the best in the country. At the moment, privately, and
does that mean we could see a better Billy?
So look, we'll see. No, we'll see not on camera anyway. We can have a chat off camera.
Yeah. But that's good news, though. Something might happen.
Put it this way, it's imminent. It's more closer than it was the last time we just spoke. Anyway, we'll see. That's definitely good. before the year is over, we'll be back.
That's good. That's good. Delighted to hear that. But
cheers.
Yet again, look, it's been a great start to the year. First of all, just still thinking about that last show. I was looking back to some videos and
well, you see now. This is Tuesday. The show we're going putting the show up Friday, and this will be out the following week. I can't wait to watch Haskins and Owen Richards back, because that was an absolute. I had the pleasure of watching. I had the best seat in the house at ringside.
I looked at Josh. Right,
I was on the couch.
we were watching it.
I was just nice and
It was a
relaxed.
dream come true, like,
it was
yeah.
the best seat in the house because, as I said, I was a big Haskins fan.
Yeah.
And just it was
everything.
an unbelievable match.
Everything, but like yet again, we have to mention Vicky and Anita as well. They played a great part in that match. They really did. Like,
they made it was a big fight feeling. Like they really hyped it as well. And it was two real professionals at the top of their game as well in the ring. So no fault there.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
So we have to mention it again, guys. A little recap. Okay, we've been told Haskins will be here. For I suppose
from June on,
June onwards, which will be incredible. That's massive. Vicky's going to be with him. Obviously,
100% their package.
We got a match announcement. We know that we're going to see some new faces, international stars throughout the year as well. But yet again,
we've a load of debuts. This next
debuts are always
this next show is fucking stupidly stacked.
Yeah,
do you know, we've a tag team debut. We have Terry Thatcher debut. We've Be Cool debut. We've got a couple of debuts as well in the ring, so it's going to be really cool. Yeah.
It's good times. Guys, get your tickets for the next show, Good Friday. It's an iconic time here in Cork, first of all, for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Tickets, as always, eventbrite.ie. We'll have all the links up as well. But we can't wait for the next show, and I will advise you early to get your tickets, guys. If you've never been to a wrestling show yet, you need to get to one. Entertainment-wise, incredible. It's a night you won't forget. It will live in that memory for a very, very long time. But listen, we're in Cork, and we're saying this for a while. RCW is here.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
We even hope we might get nominated for an award next year. We'll see.
That'll be nice. Yeah, that'll be nice. A few things might change around. And
we'll see.
You'll get the nominations. Cork deserve. But guys, yet again, thank you very much. It's always an honor to be joined by Billy. We love him to bits.
Cheers for having me.
And yet again, we're looking forward to what's ahead. You can't blink because you miss something. Trust me. This is a WrestleSlam special brought to you by Sports Matters TV. We will catch you soon, guys, and we'll see you in March.
See you later, guys.